Well, welcome everyone. We're super excited that you're here, and it's the end of the month and the end of a pretty exciting month because the challenge is over and you guys have invested 6 long weeks into your challengers, and actually some of you even 8 weeks because some of the challengers started well before the actual starting date. So hopefully you've had some great successes. Don't be afraid to post that and celebrate that on your team page or on your personal page, because you're just creating the energy for next challenge, which is in January. So I did want to kind of start with that a little bit. I'm going to do a screen share here with you, and I'm going to just kind of go over a quick overview of what Lisa Wick sent out to her challengers, and I would encourage some of you or all of you to do something similar. And even if you weren't part of the challenge, it's a great time to send a letter, something like this, to even your clients existing, because here's the deal. The next 8 weeks is probably the most crucial time for a lot of people. Number one, even if they're trying to make healthy habits, sometimes they're being sabotaged by the people around them. And other people haven't made the decision, but as we get into the sugar comas and all the junk food, even people who are not normally healthy eaters start to feel worse, and they start realizing the correlation between what they're eating and going to another party, and they're putting on their party dress and it doesn't zip, or they don't feel very good about themselves, whatever. And so it's just that realization that the holidays are coming. There's a lot of people who are actually thinking about, as soon as the holidays are over, they're going to start some kind of program, and they're actually looking forward to that time. And so all that being said, is it's up to us right now to put that word out there that they don't have to wait. So by posting continuously and letting people know that you've just come off of your health challenge and there's been some great results, and we know that to be true of people who have done the full Take Shape for Life program, or people who have just started grabbing the habits of health and putting them into their own life. So either way, we've had some great results. So the letter that I want to show you is from Lisa Wick, and it is basically a great letter. Let me just forward that. It's not that one. It's just letting you know, and I'll kind of show it right here. The Thin It to Win It challenge is officially over, and it's the last day to weigh in, but congratulations. You've reached a healthy goal or maintained your weight. But even if you haven't reached your goal, don't get discouraged, because the last 6 weeks were incredible. However, many of us had busy things happening, right? And the holidays are coming. The next 2 months are the biggest challenge for us, and it's a time that we link together and we create healthy habits together. So she's just establishing her importance to them, because remember, those who started out on the challenge and didn't follow through, they feel pretty discouraged to themselves of, oh yeah, one more thing I started that I didn't finish. Oh, here we go again. I thought that was going to be the end all. And they are feeling kind of discouraged. So if we can reach out to them and say, that's all right, life happens. I'd love to connect with you and see where your goals are for the next couple of months. Walk beside you, whether you want to choose to be in maintenance, or whether you want to choose to move forward in your health goals. Either way, I just want you to know that I'm here. And by reaching out during this point of the holidays, you're really setting yourself up to be that encourager. So, on Lisa's letter here that we're showing, hi Lisa, we have everyone muted, but we're kind of sharing your letter. Something to consider that we're sharing with them is 62 days left in 2014, 372 meal choices. And sometimes people are saying, I'll wait till after the holidays. Well, when you get really specific, we have Halloween, Thanksgiving, one Christmas party, one Christmas Eve, one Christmas Day, New Year's Eve, and New Year's Day. So 5 to 7 possible days that something big is happening, and that's 5 to 7 possible meals out of the 372. So just putting that back in their lap and then going, wow, I didn't realize it. Because, right, if we make the choice 98% of the time well, and even only 2% of the time where they do their own thing, they're still going to make progress, okay? The other thing is this is a perfect time to send them the Dr. Anderson's ebook, to have them download it. Perhaps you've sent it over several times, but this is the time to say, this is really important. It's about a 45-minute read with additional exercises that maybe another 45 minutes. So you're letting them know this is the 45 minutes that if they could take a nice cup of tea or sit at Starbucks and just devote it to these next 6 weeks or 8 weeks as being a starting point with this book, they could really make some big changes, or at least not go down a negative road that they were thinking would just be inevitable, that no one has a choice at. And then asking them to be your Facebook friends. And I appreciate that Lisa put the actual link. We want to make it real easy. We want, if you don't know how to do that, open up your homepage and it will have your name, Paula Holt dash 5173, I think is my Facebook email address. You just click the URL, put that in your letter, and boom, they click on it. They don't have to look for you and say, what does your picture look like? You're an automatic friend. And I would love for you to put them on our Get Healthy and Thrive page. We want that more than anything to be a support page for those who are on program, those who are doing their own program, any challengers. Unless you have your own support page, bring them on and let's just walk through this together. Exchanging recipes, encouragement. When you talk with them and they've had a really good week, or they're down 2 pounds or half a pound, or they went to the Halloween party and they ate apple slices and didn't touch any candy, ask them to post that on the challenge, the Facebook page. Because when other people are saying, awesome, I wish I would have done that, or great, I know I can do that too, I have a party tomorrow, it really just encourages them that, okay, we're not doing this by ourselves. Okay. The other aspect is the dashboard.com, the Take Shape for Life. That is super powerful, and especially because Fitbits are really popular again this year for Christmas, and people are just determined to try to monitor themselves, their steps, as well as their food journal and their calories and their carbohydrates and their exercise. It's all right there together, and it's been made very user friendly, as well as recipes and community for support. So we have a lot of things on that is really going to be great. And don't be afraid to actually open up your co-branded website, bring up the link that has the Fitbits on it, and post that to your page with a story, to your regular Facebook page. Say, for those of you who are looking at possibly incorporating a Fitbit or a fitness challenge, fitness device, I would love to let you know that my company is now we are representing these, because it's just showing that we are more about health than weight loss, and show them how that links to the Take Shape for Life dashboard. And again, whether they're doing maintenance or whether they're doing their own low calorie program, or whether they're doing the full 5-in-1, all of it works. So that's the perfect part. I was kind of playing with it and putting it in just on a maintenance style. It worked beautifully, calculating my daily carbs and calories and proteins. And that way I could watch that on a chart, right? And then we know how our bodies respond. Super great, especially for someone in transition. So that was something I wanted to share. And I want to say, Lisa, thank you for creating that letter. And I know that Lisa would love to be an example for some of you who want to copy that example, because she is a leader. I posted a quick little link this morning on our Life and Balance page, and it was from John Maxwell, and it was on the creative side. And basically it was, he was saying, borrow creativity until you can build on it. And that's where we all start. Don't reinvent the wheel. Take something that's beautifully done. If you want to use it perfectly, great, that's fine, and not make any changes, but make a few just little tweaks here and there to make it your own. And before you know it, the next time it's time to help someone else create it or to explain it to someone, you'll be just flowing it right out of your heart, and it will have its own little angle with your own personality attached, and it becomes your own. So adopt what other people have created until you can do it yourself. So as we're going into, that was kind of just a touch on ending the challenge, and what it looks like linking arms with your clients, your pre-clients, and your challengers over the next 2 months. I want to talk about ending the month strong and what that looks like. We do not have to be waiting till January for clients. People are ready to get healthy. And so when you're out there and you're being out there on purpose, intentional with your words and with your Facebook posts, and I would encourage you, don't hide behind Facebook, you know, be on the phone, be calling people and chatting with them and letting them know how excited you are that, wow, there's a lot of people who are ready to get healthy right now. Personally, I have quite a few brand new clients in the month of October. I think about 6. I should go back and count. And I have 2 or 3 more to call today that have interest in whether they start today or tomorrow. I'm not sure. But the coolest thing is you're speaking that to other people when you're talking to them. You're saying, oh, wow, you know, I used to think that everyone would wait till January, but did you know that some people are ready to get started right now? And the coolest thing is they're going to be down 15 to 20 pounds before January 1st. How cool is that? I mean, can you imagine my client who is trying to reach into her size 8 dress or her last year's Christmas dress? She's going to be down 12 pounds before that Christmas party on December 1st, because we kind of know how it all works, right? And people are going to be like, wow, I never thought about that, because they're just right now thinking, oh yeah, I should probably go shopping, or we're having Christmas pictures, or I'm going to have the big, office party, and oh my gosh, what am I going to wear now? So you're painting that in their mind already of what it can look like. And yeah. So can some of you who want to come off of mute, please come and share with me a little bit of your ideas for finishing the month strong, because we have 2 solid weeks, 2 solid days left. And yet tomorrow night's about Halloween. There's a lot of people who aren't going to be trick-or-treating. So we might have some people who have their kids out for a party until about 8 o'clock. And then after that, guess what? They're just back in touch with reality. And all day today and all day tomorrow. So what do we have going? Any ideas that you can share with me? Unmute yourself if you want to talk. And if you don't, that's okay. I'll just keep rattling. Okay, I am going to unmute all.
You know, they're probably not going to bring necessarily whole grain bread.
Okay, can you say that again, whoever was talking?
I think it's background noise, Paula.
Oh, okay, I apologize. I will mute that one.
That's okay. But I have something that, just today I was thinking about how easy it is to hide behind Facebook. And so what I've been doing today is I had an appointment that it's a half an hour drive. So on the way there and on the way back, I was just picking up the phone and calling people with no agenda, being on purpose. Yes, when I'm on the phone with them, but just really building a relationship and being focused on doing that. Because it's been, we forget sometimes that relationships just aren't built on Facebook. So that's something I think it's easy to forget to do. And it's just been really fun to catch up with a few people that I haven't gotten to talk to for a while.
Diana, in relation to that, isn't it freeing to know that you're going in without an agenda, and it feels more comfortable as it just comes up naturally? Because, right, once we come to that place, and we have to come to it. Whoops, I'm going to mute. Sorry, I'm going to mute. As we come to that place again, over and over, because sometimes it's just like life that we come around the same mountain many times, and we are so confident when we're first starting out, and then there's a few hiccups that cause us to get fearful or paralyzed, and then we have this awakening that go, oh yeah, it's not about me. I forgot. What was I thinking? I kind of was thinking for a while that it was about me. And then we go back into that situation and saying, okay, remember, we're looking for people with their window open. Not everyone has their window open. So all we're doing is mentioning it. If it's the right thing, they're going to reach out. We're layering it over time. If I opened a tire shop and I was like super excited and I saw Lisa Wick in town and I'm like, hey Lisa, I opened a new tire shop and I'm running a set of tires for $2.99. And she says, no thanks, I don't need any right now. I wouldn't be offended and go, what? I mean, she doesn't need any tires right now. She's not interested in new tires. If we can think of it as health in that same way, that, hey, I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm helping people get healthy. And I'm actually walking with a lot of my clients through the holidays. And it's so nice because number one, they're going into it confidently because they feel better than they have before. Others are still on their weight loss journey and they realize that it's a lifestyle and they don't have to be afraid of this anymore. They are really making changes. And I just love being their encourager. I'm just mentioning it. If they're looking for tires or if they're looking for health and that window's open, guess what? They're going to tap you on the shoulder and go, excuse me, would you tell me a little bit more? Because you're making it all about them and all about your clients, and it's not about us. So that way they don't feel like they're disappointing us. And if it's right for them, that's the answer. Because remember, when we're talking, they're not hearing what we're saying. They're hearing, would it work for me? Do I dare have maybe just a little hope again that that I could actually make some changes, or that I would stick to it because this is my 500th program I've tried? Okay. Thank you. Someone else, unmute yourself. Apologize about the background. If you want to be unmuted and you can't, just raise your hand and I will unmute you. So don't worry about that at all. Okay. I will share with you one of the coaches who is under Megan, a great gal. Last month at about this day exactly, she was almost to director. And that was a really big accomplishment. And you know what? There were some three-way calls made that day and people saying, great job. Wow, you're only one client away from director. And it was like, really? Okay, because when you're a new coach, you don't always realize how close you are to another level. Well, do you have anyone that you could call? Because she wasn't one that wanted to set real lofty goals. They had to be small and comfortable because it was a little fear involved. And so she's like, well, I think I could probably call 3 or 4 people. I have them on my heart anyway, and it's time to follow up. And she did. And I think out of the 4, she called 2 weekend clients. And then we're like, whoa, do you realize you're only I think at that point it was 4 away from executive director? I mean, if you want to do that, you totally can. You have a day and a half. And it was this light bulb that went on and said, oh my gosh, because she was actually thinking that on October 1st, she was going to launch a whole campaign to really get in. And we're like, if you want to do it, we're here to walk beside you. And her coach, Megan, was there encouraging her. And I believe Tiana was involved in a few of those calls as well. And you know what? She did it. She started making calls and getting calls back and doing, posting like crazy. And we kind of helped her come up with a strategy. So I guess I'm just saying that just because you're at 3,500 and you're thinking, I don't know if I could make executive director, doesn't mean you have to be. But if you want to, it's totally possible. Because it's a matter of just actually putting the effort. You have a few hours that you can literally start doing call after call. Hey, just checking in with you. And you're doing your connections call. At this point, she also did a marathon, which is what some people have called it. I believe the Tenters may have been the one that created it, where she did 48 hours of before and after photos, setting them up on your Hootsuite so they come up every hour, a new story. And you're saying right at the top, 24-hour marathon, no different than when we were kids, or my kids were kids, and there would be something on Disney Channel, and it was Scooby-Doo marathon for 48 hours. It was every Scooby-Doo you could ever imagine. It's the same idea. And so people understand, oh, wow, you're doing some kind of special thing for a short time. Because when you post a picture of a young mom and a grandma and a dad age and a teenager and a child and a husband and wife, and they're rotating, then there's an athlete, and then there's someone with no weight loss need, but they just need energy. People start identifying. First of all, they're curious, and then they see one that identifies with them, and guess what they're going to do? They're going to start scrolling back and looking through your other photos. This is a perfect time to use your mentor for 3-way calls, and just to give you not only that encouragement you need to see what's possible, because sometimes we could look at your business and go, oh my gosh, it's so possible, but sometimes we feel a little stuck. We say, okay, how many people do you have in your pre-client list that you've shared with? Once, twice, 5 times? How long has it been since you called them? Sometimes when you get it out and you put it in front of you on that piece of paper, you go, oh, there's a lot of people that I haven't checked on for a really long time. That's right, I checked with them last spring. They weren't ready because they were going on vacation. I checked with somebody else. Kids had soccer. Guess what? Soccer's over now. You're actually just being professional by saying, hey, just checking back with you. I know when we talked before, you were getting ready to go on vacation, and I wondered how you were doing or if you wanted to chat a little bit more about your health. Making it, again, not about me, but about them. And if they say, oh, no, thanks, I'm not interested. Hey, no problem. I just wanted to check in with you because I have a lot of clients that are getting ready to go through the holidays and they're pretty excited because they realize they don't have to wait till January because honestly, they don't feel very good now. And so giving them that permission, and whatever you put it into, whatever you speak, they're going to actually replay in their mind. So helping paint the picture even when they don't know it's possible. Just say, I know that you are really tired all the time running around with the kids. I would so love for you to have your energy back. Or, oh my gosh, just for you to feel good again. You've been tired for so long. Or, you're working so many hours. You're putting everyone ahead of yourself. Oh my gosh, for once when you're ready, I want to link arms with you and help you get healthy because you take care of everyone else. You're taking care of the kids and the boss and the husband and your mom. And we go on and on, helping them just remember where they are and then they go, oh yeah, I am putting myself last. So lots of picture painting at this time of year. That's okay, right? Because if they're not ready now, they'll be ready totally in January. And then even mention it. We just finished our health challenge. It was super great. And I loved not only the habits of health. Some people were on a totally, lost 8 or 12, or I had one person lose 16 pounds on my challenge. Other people were 3 or 4 pounds, but more than anything, they were working on their habit of sleep or exercise. And it was amazing. You should do it with us in January. It was super fun, right? Because we have a track record. Okay, guys, I want one more thing to share with you. And if, again, I really want to hear from you, so please let me know if you want to talk, is the referrals, okay? I posted that I had sent out referrals and I've waited way too long because I was thinking it was, I don't know. You know how sometimes you have this little project and it always gets pushed to the bottom of your list? Our referral letters have been created for us. They're beautifully done. So I posted one on our team page, as well as Becca Flora posted her version of one as well. Feel free to take them, make them your own. And then also posted something that Jean Schneider from the Wood team created, which was a share list. And what I did is I just took both of those sheets, folded them together with 5 of my referral cards, tucked them in, send them away. My referral cards say $25 off. And in my referral letter, it also tells my client that they're going to receive $25 off. So guess what? For where I feel like this is super important, all your shy clients who don't share because you think, okay, they're having fantastic success. Why am I not getting any referrals from them? We know their friends in the office next to them are probably calling Medifast because they're seeing their products either secretly, or they're saying, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just doing this really cool program. And yeah, I'm doing Medifast. Or they might even say Take Shape for Life. But when they have a coupon that they can give to their friend and say, oh, you want to do this? I actually have some cards my coach sent to me. Here, take one of these. That's at least there's motivation for them to call us instead of going to Medifast Direct. So again, because a client has a referral client has no loyalty to us because they don't know us. So at that point, we need to have the referral motivation come from our client that we're supporting now. And then when they hand them the card, there's a link, plus there's a little motivation for them to call us. So, but you guys, there are several of you who are just a couple of clients away from reaching a whole nother level of compensation, another 2 or 3%. For some of you, that might be $50. For some of you, it's $120. And if there's anything I can do to be on a 3-way call or offer support or just encouragement, I know there was several times when I would call my health coach and say, okay, there's this really one person I want to call, but every time I think of calling them, I get paralyzed. I can't think of how to start the conversation. And then we would just chat a little bit and it would, okay, that will work. Okay, I can use that. And so sometimes a fresh set of ears can give you just a little different variation of the words, or also help you be reminded of the changes that you're making in your clients. And if I sat and asked Julie or Megan or Judy or Lisa or Tiana, oh, how are your clients doing? And you start to tell me someone, oh, they're doing pretty good. Okay, so so what's George's story? And then if I repeat George's story back to you, it's almost like you're hearing it from a different set of words, and you're like, oh yeah, you're making like a huge difference in people's lives. But sometimes we just kind of see it week after week, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, and we forget. 50 pounds, 45 pounds, they can tie their shoes, they can fit their clothes. 15 pounds for a woman who's pretty lean is life-changing, because she had no other way. She couldn't figure out how to get it off. And so again, it's a matter of us hearing our stories, with each other, talking them back and forth, and helping yourself and myself be inspired so that we feel confident in when we're, sharing with someone else. So speaking inspiration, do the same thing with, this is a great time to be doing 3-way calls with your coaches, clients, not even for the purpose of inspiring them for health coaching, but maybe just inspiring them to keep going, because the holidays are really important. From them hearing you speak into them different than their own health coach and saying, are you kidding me? You're down 27 pounds? Wow, and we're going into November and December. This is going to be a really crazy good time for you. Not only do you feel confident, but you're so much stronger this year. You're learning the habits of health. So what's been your favorite chapter in Dr. Henderson's health or his book? Or what is the habit that you've taken up? What's one that you left behind? Because you're inspiring them to move forward as well. And what does that do? It just helps create credibility for their coaches, but also it just gives them some inner inspiration for the client themselves. They're probably going to be truer to program. They're going to respond even more to their own coach after you've helped give them that third layer. Okay, I am going to unmute you all, and I kept you. There we go. Unmute all. Okay, everyone's on. So, anyone want to have any parting words?
There's a lot of background noise.
Oh, I know. Okay, I'll do the mute again.
So I've been.
Hold on, Megan. Hold on. We're going to unmute you.
A little bit in and out.
Oh, Megan, your screen is freezing. I'm sorry. Can everyone else hear her? No. Okay. All right. We must have low internet there. Anyway, let me check. There's a couple chat messages. Let's see what they are for those of you who chatted. Okay, so Judy, thank you. Staying muted on your end. Judy asked, I haven't looked at the dashboard yet or set it up for myself. Is it only for clients or any Fitbit user? Yeah, anyone, any Fitbit user. Because it does have it's kind of like our challenge. It has the aspect of the meal replacements for those who use it, but it has just a healthy living aspect as well. Good lean and green recipes, good community support. So very great to promote that. And just, again, not only are we talking about sleep, healthy sleep, but we're also now talking about healthy exercise, to see that it's so much different than a weight loss program.